Okay, Lord Stinky Pants. Give me my damn clue. I'm just thinking, like, how lucky could I be if I got a second Tirannwn step? Oh, it's like, I don't know, 1 in a million, but here's hoping. Okay, here we go. Hit me with that drum roll. Oh, the wilderness. Oh, we couldn't be further away. Oh, so mad. I'm more than convinced this was just a stupid plan by the Yorwith clan. Bruh, I haven't even charged my elf crystals, now I've got to walk all the way back. Stupid ass elves just wasting my time. And now that I'm over myself, I've calmed down, I'm ready to do the intro. So, hello everyone and welcome back to episode 14 of the TirannwnOnly Ultimate Ironman. We're out here today, we're killing elves as per usual, and we're trying for the hard clues. As we explained in the last episode, if we can get the right hard clue step, we can actually try and force spawn some wizards, and we might be able to try and get ourselves a fire staff or an air staff. We got a juicy amount of runes to use in the inventory, so we're on the hunt for this, and I think the best way for us to be doing it is to be killing these elves with a 1 in 128 hard clue drop. So we've just run out of our first lot of arrows, 100 elf kills down. So I think we're averaging about a 3-ish minute kill time on these guys, in between running off to the altar and grabbing the occasional jug of wine. We're not doing too bad on these kills. Steel arrows and the yew bow have definitely made some major upgrades in terms of killing these guys, so it's working quite well, and they're relatively self-sustaining, so I'm just going to try and keep it up. This is what I'm talking about, a second clue. We're way below the drop rate now, under like 150 kills, 2 hard clues. That's not the lumberyard, but it looks like it. Oh, it's the watchtower. Oh, it's so close. Just hop, skip, and a jump across the mountain. Unlucky, but, you know, we're pretty lucky on these clues at the moment, so can't be too upset about that. Now in total, I reckon I've killed probably around 500-ish elves. Okay, let's round it down a bit, not give myself that much credit. We'll go 300, and I have not seen a single rune dagger. But bam, since we've been on this grind, there's our first one, and I'm sure it's going to be the first of many. But look at this little pointy thing. Bloody call me Arya Stark at this rate. And bam, only a few kills later, we picked ourselves up another rune dagger. Looking sweet. You know what they say, 2 knives make a man very happy. Level 71 range. Didn't expect this level, I mean, I didn't think we'd be getting that much XP an hour, but it's actually starting to pay off. And unfortunately I missed the raking content, but the aftermath is level 11 farming. We're building up these levels quite quickly, and we've got about 6k experience to go before we can plant our apple tree. Unfortunately we're out of arrows again. I wish I could spice up elf killing content just a little bit, but it doesn't get much better than restocking arrows and just killing them over and over. We're running a bit dry on the hard clues now, considering we got the first 2 pretty quickly. But like I said, high hopes, and we'll just keep persevering. On your champion, and 63 hit points. You know what, I don't even want to risk killing this elf in the event timer running out, so I'm just going to pick up my arrows, and yes please, I'd like to go back to school. 75 hunter experience. God, these are going quick now. Level 6 hunter. Oh man, that feels fantastic. And I just hope these random events keep flooding in, because the XP for hunter is just phenomenal at the moment. Here we go, another hard clue. We're about 200 dry and we just got the drop. And it's at the watchtower again. Oh, 2 in a row. That could have been 2 Tirannwn steps right there, but like I said, you get what you get. Level 72 range. Okay, so I've been at Elves for more time than I'd like to admit, and we're just not getting very lucky with the hard clues. I knew it was going to be a long grind, but we are still looking to clear our inventory space out, and that is the overall goal. So I'm going to take 5 from the Elves, I'm going to head out to the Tyras camp, and we're going to use up some of these runes. So we've got ourselves about 1000 casts of Weaken, and seeing as we don't have the gear to splash, I'm going to be using the method I used last time, just on a different creature, this time chickens. So this helps us out. I'm using the rune dagger from some easy attack levels. I'll just splash on these guys, or I'll land the magic hit, get the magic experience, bury the bones, but most importantly I want to gather the feathers. The feathers give me a reason to go back to cutting regular trees, and I could try my luck at hitting a hard clue nest from just the regular trees. Just got myself a beginner clue from a chicken. Had no idea these guys even dropped this. I mean, there's no way I can do it, but interesting little find. Mate, unless you got some hunter experience or some money for me, go away. I don't want any part of your stupid ass mime show. Smashing out the magic levels here. Level 41 magic. Burning through runes pretty quickly. I think I was a little overconfident to assume I could go for level 55 magic without a staff, but it's whatever. Level 41, and I think we'll probably get to 44 to 45 before we run out of runes. Level 44 attack from sticking chickens with the pointy end. Level 42 magic, but most importantly, 850 total level. After last episode's gains, 1k total is just around the corner and we're rapidly approaching it. Second time in a row, mate. I told ya, I don't want any of it. Go away. It's surprising how talented of a magician I've become, just killing chickens. And that is level 43 magic. 45 attack actually makes me realize how much I've neglected my melee and other combat stats. So we're going to come back to these guys in the near future as we are going to need them for the Zora grind, but for now, level 45. Level 44 magic, and I think that's the last level we're going to get from casting Weaken. Yes! That is what we're after. Give it to me, son. Dang, 90 hunter experience straight into level 7 hunter. Damn, that feels good. So that's the last of our earth runes, which means we can no longer cast Weaken or Curse or anything to do with body runes. So we'll end up dropping those shortly. But I think while we're here, I'm just enjoying gaining these levels and freeing up this inventory space. I'm actually just going to strip on down and I'm going to start casting spells on the Tyras guards. As we know, they're weak to magic, it's great experience, and I think in favour of the greater grind to come, it's best just to get rid of these runes for now, and then down the line, once we end up getting our staff from a hard clue, then we go back and we collect the other runes that we need to train magic even further. Another magic level coming in. This is actually paying off, like more than 3 times the amount of experience an hour that we were getting, so it's actually going to push us through and give us quite a big boost towards 50, but we don't have that many runes to spare, so I don't think we'll make it all the way there. So we ended up burning through all of the death runes and all of the air runes just to be left with a chunk of chaos runes left. So I'm just going to use the last 2 air runes on this chicken here just to finish him off. And there we go. That's it. That's another free inventory space, or another 2 I should say. And we're going to head back and we're just going to sell off the chaos runes for some easy cash. And we'll just sell the last of the chaos runes, 53k. I also think I'm going to make the decision to sell this rune dagger. As we know, we've actually gained quite a few of them from the Elves, and we can get it back at any time. It's just an invent space that we're not going to need, so that we can actually equip the steel axe now, and that's another one freed up. We'll drop the tinder box as we have no need for it at the moment, and we're going to head over and use this rake so we could store it back with the leprechaun. Level 13 farming, and shout outs for coming to my level 13 farming party. So as I said before, we're back out here, we're going to do a few quick laps, and we're going to fletch up the 6k feathers that we got from chickens. Now yeah, we could just go to yew trees and we could get the arrow shafts 10 times quicker, but as we know, these trees only drop clue nests, and I'm still secretly hoping that we can get a hard clue in Tirannwn as a coordinate step, so we might as well make the most of it. We're going to try and get the arrow shafts the slow way, just so we can try and maximize our chances of getting a clue nest, and it's some convenient fletching experience. Now, just referencing last video really quick, majority of you guys in the comments were telling me all about how I should keep the different clue nests on me so I can try and maximize the chance of getting a hard clue. Now the wiki has been updated since I last referred to it prior to last episode, but the basis is still the same there. So really, the clue scrolls roll on their own drop table. So when I roll for a clue scroll nest from a tree, it first checks if I'm entitled to a nest, regardless of what kind, and then it checks what kind I'm entitled to. Now the chance of getting a nest in the first place is not increased by already having clue scrolls on me, and a few people mentioned even just having easy and medium clues on me therefore guarantees every time I get a nest it'd be a hard one. And yes, while true, even if I get a clue nest drop, I might have a medium clue on my character, it can still roll for a medium nest, and therefore I just will not be able to receive any nest at all. Whereas if you have a higher tier clue, such as if I was holding onto an elite clue and I rolled for an elite nest, it would actually knock it down to the lower tier and it would grant me a hard clue. However, it does not work in the reverse, whereas if I'm holding an easy and medium, it will grant me a hard. So even if I was to hold the clues on my person at the time, in theory it does not increase my chances of getting a nest. So I just thought I'd quickly address that. I swear I'm not an idiot. I did read up on it because I thought it was an ingenious idea if I hold the clues on me, but unfortunately it just doesn't seem that way. Now normally I'd be a little mad when I got a clue nest that wasn't a hard one, but beginner clues apparently roll on their own table. So, you know, unfortunately I can't do it, but I can't be mad about getting it either. So I had this realization when I got my last beginner clue that, yeah, look, I didn't get the nest again. So like I said, they're on a different table, I can't be mad about getting it, but I don't get the bird's nests when I open a beginner clue scroll nest. That's just something a little odd. I'm not sure if that's intentional because, you know, they're beginner clues and they're free to play, so they might not be entitled to getting a bird's nest when opening them. But I don't know at this point if it's a bug or if it's an intentional feature. Like, I guess it can make sense either way. Okay, so it only took about an hour, but we smashed out those 6k arrow shafts and fletched them. Easy fletching experience, and unfortunately we didn't get any of the clue nests we were chasing after. So we're just going to drop these and we're going to start chopping some yew trees. It's just very fitting to be here and we're already out in this part of Tirannwn, so we might as well start chopping and we'll take ourselves a full inventory back home and start on the real grind of this episode. So the reason we were clearing out the event space, the reason for all of this was we're going for the crystal bow. As you guys know, back in episode 12 we put in the 120 hour grind so that we could start chopping down some yew trees. Now we're going to make the most of it. We're going to be running backwards and forwards from the yew trees, and we're going to be crafting the bows, and we're going to be stringing them up and selling them to the general store. But I'll also put a bit of a spin on it for a while, just using the runes that I have and casting low level alchemy. Now unfortunately we're not level 55, and that is why I wanted the staff in the first place, to see if we could go for high alching, but I think in favour of the account and in favour of overall progress, waiting for a staff like that could potentially take months. So it's not worth going for, and we're just going to dive straight into it now with the clean inventory that we have. So I'll give you guys a bit of a rundown on how I'm going to go about this, and we'll dive straight into it. Step 1, as I'm sure you could have guessed, chop the yew trees and fletch them into short bows. Step 2, come back to later and find somewhere secretive to hide them, like above the general store. Now I need somewhere to drop them on the floor because they are going to be visible to other players, and I just need them somewhere that they're not going to get sniped because they are worth a little bit of money. Step 3, with the bows on the floor, we run over and pick the flax, and then we head back to the spinning wheel and spin it into some juicy bowstring. Step 4, we go to the second floor. We drop all the bowstrings, we pick up all the bows, we reset both of the spawns, and we slowly fletch our way through a full inventory of yew short bows. Step 5, as you can assume, jump back downstairs, sell them off one by one on each world. Step 6, we run over to the raking patch, we ask the leprechaun, may we please have our rake? We take it, we get our fill of content and experience, and then we move on to the next step. Step 7, we jump upstairs at the food store, down a few jugs of wine if we have to get some health back, and then we jump back downstairs and head over to the flax. Step 8, we pick our inventory full of flax once more, and we take it over to the spinning wheel, make some nice bowstring, and we head back out of Lita. Step 9, we juggle our bowstrings and some more yew logs in our inventory, and we make some yew short bows on the spot and ready to alch. Step 10, you alch the short bows, you make the sweet cash monies, and rinse and repeat from step 1. So we've been out here for a while now, we just knocked over 100k, and we hit level 48 magic. That feels pretty good. And unfortunately, my recorder stuffed up and my last 2 recordings were complete black screen, but we did get another hard clue in Tirannwn over at the Zulrah Shrine. Unfortunately, it didn't lead towards anything. And we also got ourselves another XP random, so now we're only one more XP random away from level 8 Hunter. Level 66 Fletching, we should be able to hit level 70 by the end of this grind, which means yew longbows can start being made, which will increase the GP an hour by quite a bit. We got ourselves a bird egg here. I wish I could use this because I could really use the prayer experience at any time, but unfortunately this isn't the kind of nest we're after and we're going to have to keep trying. 67 Fletching. Level 14 Farming. As I said, raking these patches every time I come back here to Lita on every single trip is actually really starting to pay off because it's almost at a perfect 15-minute interval. And on the same trip as the farming, level 30 crafting, we're actually getting quite a few passive crafting levels from just spinning this bowstring and flax, so it's really working out for total level wise. So for the first time in about 20 hours, I have finally forgotten to recharge my elf crystal, as I only have the one on me, and now I have to go for the walk of shame once more, all the way back to Lita. 82 woodcutting, we've actually gone from the beginning of 81 all the way to 82 in this grind, and there's still plenty more to come. Level 50 magic, and we've achieved that from the low alching that we've been doing for these bows and for this grind, but that is a huge level from the account. Not only have we only gained magic levels from the runes that we've killed and obtained from wizards, but level 50 magic means we can now cast Iban's Blast, which will be one of the strongest spells and one of the best things we can actually get on the account. So my god, is that a great level to have, and we're only 5 levels off high alchemy, which is going to make earning money for this account 20 times easier. And a hard clue nest, finally, from these yew trees. Let's crack it open and see what's inside. The Nature's Grotto. Unfortunately, we can't do that one. But look, I'm not too fussed at the moment because I wasn't in the mood to go farming from the Clue Scroll Wizards anyway. But we are also halfway there to 900,000 GP. I'm not... Nope. That's a good fletching level right there, but that's all it is. It's... Nope. Not going to say anything about it. That's the sex number. Level 15 farming. Cracked open this bird's nest and found a yew seed. Now I know they're worth quite a bit, but I have literally no use for it, and my main is on the other side of the world, so the ground it is. We've just run out of fire runes, and to be honest, we made it a lot further than I expected. So now we're just going to have to do straight trips backwards and forwards from the general store and smash out the last couple of 100k. Level 70 fletching. This is huge. We've gained 5 fletching levels from this little grind, and now we can start making yew longbows, which means the money is insane. I think they're worth about 200 GP more than a shortbow. And on top of that, it means we're 5 levels off magic shortbows, which 1 is not only going to be a great weapon, but 2, fletching magic shortbows is going to be one of the best money making methods we'll have on this account. This is the first genie in over 2 weeks, and we've probably been about 6 to 8 hours dry of an XP random. Thank you so much, Mr. Genie, and push me on through to level 8. Thank you so much, kind sir. Bam! We are now level 16 farming. The farming levels have been absolutely insane being back here every 15 minutes, and it's something I definitely need to keep up to try and get level 70 by the time Song of the Elves is released. The last crafting level we'll be getting from this grind as well, level 40. We've gone from, I can't even remember what level, to 40 now. I think we've gained about 30 or so levels. And I know, it's not a whole lot of experience, but it's been fantastic and passive, like completely unexpected. Here we are, 897k. We are 1 trip away from finishing off the crystal bow. We're going to finish off this raking patch, we're going to go recharge our elf crystal, and we're going to finish off our final trip. Guys, this has been a 4-month journey. Since the start of the account, this has been one of the biggest goals. And honestly, after smashing out 3 16-hour days to try and get this goal done before the end of the video, it is so rewarding to see that cash stack and to see it all come together. So, let's go do it.